Hello, this is Peter Hansen from TrueCommerce. We will wait just 1 or 2 more minutes for the last attendees to join the webinar, and then we will commence. Thank you. Thank you. Hello, and welcome to our webinar on the Managed EDI service for AX, Microsoft Dynamics AX. I'd like to welcome you again. We will take you through how you, as an organization who has selected the Microsoft Dynamics AX platform as your ERP system, can benefit from the TrueCommerce end-to-end solution, which consists of a strong, standardized AX EDI module and an expansive network of trading partners and a fully managed service and support offering tying it all together. I believe we have both UK-based and Scandinavian-based participants on the call today. So again, welcome to all of you. In order to secure a good audio quality, we have muted you. I would encourage you to pose questions as we go along via the chat functionality. We will address the questions, if there are any, towards the end of the session. With me, I have my colleague Lasse Schmidt, who will introduce you specifically to the AX integration module later on. And he'll touch upon the user experience, the configuration, and the architecture of the component. Before we dive into AX, I would like to briefly introduce TrueCommerce and to give an overview of the end-to-end solution which we offer. TrueCommerce is a part of the HighJump organization, a leading provider of supply chain network solutions, which encompasses warehouse management solutions, solutions for transport and logistics, and direct store delivery solutions. We deliver next-generation business network services, or EDI if you prefer, in both North America and Europe, and we service a combined customer base exceeding 10,000 customers in 31 countries. The majority of customers are based in North America, that is the US and Canada, in the UK and Ireland, and in Denmark, as well as the other Scandinavian countries. We support digital exchange of business messages between our customers and more than 12,000 trading partners. In addition to these 12,000 trading partners, we also use our so-called interoperability agreements with other network providers to reach out to a lot more trading partners. We also serve public sector clients, specifically or especially in the Nordics, via the public sector standards, so that also adds to the total trading partners reachable by us. At the core of all of our business network solutions is a cloud-based managed service, which enables our customers to focus on their business requirements rather than the known and usual complexities of serving trading partners with different formats, requirements, and methods of connectivity. I'll get back to the managed service aspect of our solutions, but the core value for our customers is that we support your trading partner relationships, both customers and suppliers alike, and we deliver assured message delivery for business-critical documents. Now, in order to deliver this true end-to-end service, we need a strong suite of ERP integrations, or enablers, as we sometimes call them. We're committed to delivering, maintaining, and supporting a broad range of ERP integration components. And this includes a strong suite of Microsoft Dynamics integrations, one of which is the standard integration component for Microsoft Dynamics AX. In addition, we also support Dynamics NAV and Dynamics GP in North America. Today, we'll introduce you to how you can leverage the Dynamics AX integration module to interact with the TrueCommerce Managed EDI service. I would like to spend a few minutes introducing the overall picture of what a fully managed EDI service means to you as a customer. Let's have a look at a high-level solution drawing, and we'll start at the right-hand side of the picture. We have represented your trading partners. That's of course a broad term, but typically this is either a customer or a supplier of yours. For some of you, just integrating to a single customer will be enough to make an EDI solution worthwhile, as long as it ensures that a strong mandate from that customer is being met. That could be for you to receive orders and send invoices in a specific format. For some of you, the scope of what you're looking to do may be to integrate to hundreds of suppliers. So that just shows the variance in scope for our customers on AX. Basically, customers and suppliers alike, we call them trading partners. Any trading partner will deliver and consume business documents in a set format. If we move left on the drawing, you'll see that the TrueCommerce Managed Service Platform, which is the part of the picture that sits inside of the blue rectangle here, is responsible for converting between trading partner specific formats and an internal format employed by TrueCommerce in order to store information enclosed in the documents, so that we can retrieve information, we can report on it, and we can support the content of the messages being transferred between parties. On the left-hand side is where we meet you. In this case, the ERP system is AX, but it could have been NAV, it could have been Sage in the UK, it could have been SAP Business One or Big SAP, SAP R3. It could have been any backend system. Basically, the same principles apply. Now, by using the AX integration module, we ensure that we can always deliver documents in a standardized format, and that we always receive the documents in a standardized format. And for you, this translates into using one AX embedded component to deliver and consume one format, connecting you to one service provider in the middle. And we'll then take care of the heavy lifting on the right-hand side of the picture, integrating to your suppliers or customers. Lastly, not all of your suppliers or customers may be sophisticated EDI users themselves. To that end, we provide a browser-based interface for these trading partners to collect orders and invoice you for suppliers, or submit orders and receive invoices for your customers. Just highlight that at the upper right-hand side of the drawing. It's not the main subject for today's session, but we are, of course, happy to discuss these options in further detail with you. So in summary, the key benefits of employing a standardized AX integration module from us is that it enables you to connect to and utilize our extensive business network, as we call it. Some of these advantages are summarized on this next slide. The key takeaways or upshot from this slide is that we do deliver a fully embedded AX module. And we are responsible for constantly keeping abreast of the developments within the ERP community. So that means that we will ensure you have a future-proof solution, since we are responsible for developing for new versions of AX, new releases, and also the cumulative updates for the specific releases of AX. Now, with this in mind, I'll hand over to Lasse for a hands-on demonstration of the AX integration module. Lasse, I'm ready.
Hello, my name is Lasse, and I'm working with both pre-sales and implementation. Prior to joining TrueCommerce, I have worked with AX as developer and consultant. I will do the demo in our 2012 environment, which will be in the American user interface. The demo will be based on the accounts receivable part, which is the sales ledger part of the module. Through the demo, I will show you the look and feel within AX, show briefly the configuration in cross-references. I will open up some of the mailboxes, and finally I will put some word on the architecture. I will now switch to my AX 2012 and begin the demo. When the module is integrated into AX, this menu with this A will show up. I will click that menu right away. The menu is grouped in 5 areas. where in the upper left corner we have the accounts receivable, which is the sales part, for instance, receiving orders and sending invoices. Direct below, we have the accounts payable, which is the purchasing part for sending orders, receiving advance shipping note, and receiving invoices. In the upper right corner, we have the warehouse part, which can handle documents for remote warehouses, for example, shipping orders and shipping advices. Inventory part, direct below, is the cross-references between AX internal item numbers and external item numbers, such as GTIN and EN numbers. Settings, which you can see down in the left corner, is for basic module settings, logging, and setting up the automated import and export. The module is very user-friendly and is not required to be handled by technical people, but will often be handled by business users, and it could be in the sales department. All settings and the daily use is open from the AX menu, such as mailboxes. I will now open up the cross-references section, where mapping between internal and external code is handled and EDI business rules are set up. The business rules are divided into 3 levels, or can be set up in 3 levels. System level, company level, and trading partner level, which in this case will be the customers. System is a top level and is a global set of business rules which will cover all company, entity, and all customers in each of the companies. The second level, which is a company level, which will inherit all business rules from the system level. If you need to break the inheritance because of a difference in one of the companies, we will do it on this level. For instance, if you have a Danish, a Swedish, and a UK company in your AX, and under the global business rules, the inbound order type is set to sales, this rule will apply to all companies. However, in the UK company, the inbound order type should be journal. We will set this at the company level and will cover all customers under the UK company. The third level is the customer level, which will inherit all business rules from the company level. If you have an exception for one of the UK customers, which all is set to order type journal, then we'll have to break that inheritance for only that customer to allow for the inbound order type to be set to sales. These 3 levels of business rules will ensure a flexible way of configuration to fit many different customers, as well as giving you the opportunity to manage by exception. Under each of these 3 levels, you can set up which document types to use, and the most common sales and purchase documents could be the orders, order response, advance shipping note, and invoice. Adding new customers and their ship to location is easy done, and the module will then be able to import and export documents for that new customer. I will now open up the inbound sales order mailbox, which is where you are handling all incoming EDI orders. I have received sales orders from 3 different customers. Some are OK complete and already imported to sales order in AX. Some other are new, unprocessed, and is ready to import. And some are on error. If you want to see what the error is, then you will have a detailed error description under the history button. An error could be no match for transmitted item, or no ship to cross-references found. I will now open up the outbound invoice mailbox, which is handling all outgoing EDI invoices. As you can see, it looks like the sales order mailbox with almost the same options. In the mailboxes, you can reset a message and do another import or export if you, for instance, need to resend an invoice. You can customize these views if you only want to see orders on error or orders from a specific customer. There's one mailbox per each document types in the module, and they all look the same. All imports and exports can be automated by the task manager, and the system can notify by mail if something goes on error with detailed error descriptions. A few words about the architecture. The module is deeply integrated into AX and is using the .NET Business Connector and AIF to import and export the documents. This ensures the use of AX's own business logic so that all needed fields is correctly filled in and validated against the AX master data. Because of AIF, the module will easily adapt to your existing customizations. All imported and exported XML files will be in the same format, and you don't have to know anything about Edifact, Tradercom, or X12, which we will take care of in the managed service. The performance of the module is very high because it is multi-threaded and can handle several simultaneous imports and exports. It only depends on how powerful the servers are. What about the new AX7 and the EDI module? Because of the new architecture in AX7 and deprecation of functionality the module rely on, we are working on rewriting the module. The module will be an X++ solution, which is the native language of Dynamics X as a deployable package for AX7. The module will use the updated data entity based on DIXF to integrate transactions into and out of AX7. EDI scheduled task will be using the AX batch server, which will be more in line with Microsoft's AX7 directions. Now I will hand over to Peter again. Just a minute.
Thank you, Lasse. I hope this gave you an overview of some of the key features and functionality delivered by the AX component, as well as a look into the roadmap for the future of the solution. It's very important to us that we are able to support new versions of AX coming out from Microsoft. So we are working obviously hard on that as well. I'd like to just introduce some of the customers that we're serving today overall as a business. Some are large international corporations. Some are small and medium businesses operating primarily in their home markets. Some of them are supplier facing. You'll see them on the left-hand side of this slide. And they work extensively with goods for resale. We enable these clients, that specific client set, to reduce the error-prone and manual processes that are inherent to that industry, and we help them assure delivery of goods by supporting quite complex supply chain flows. Other clients, and probably the majority, are customer-facing. They're on the right-hand side of this slide. We help these clients comply fast and efficiently with the supplier mandates. In some cases, we provide all of the EDI expertise and the support that they require. So basically, we take care of all EDI for them, which enables them to focus on their business rather than connecting to the underlying business network. As you can see, we have focused primarily on clients that will be familiar to our UK and our Scandinavian audience today. Of course, we have a large client base in North America as well, feel free to ask about that. But today the focus will be very much on our European client base. A key factor when you choose an EDI provider is the span of the trading partner, that is a network that is accessible via that provider. I'd like to give you a flavor of some of the trading partners that we can easily connect you to. I've collected some of them on some of the more common ones on this slide, if you will. Again, it's a subset that covers both the UK and Scandinavia. North America, a lot of trading partners in North America that are also necessary for some of our European clients. Again, please ask for any specific trading partners that you'd like to get information about. There are many more than mentioned on this slide. We have, as I said, large trading partners in North America. And some of the more prominent trading partners in the region are not mentioned on this slide because they're already existing supplier-facing clients of ours and were therefore mentioned on the previous slide. Please feel free, again, to contact us for discussion of your specific requirements, and we'll be happy to provide you with a proposal on how you can easily and efficiently connect to your key partners. And finally, to give you a sense of what our customers are saying, specifically our AX customers, I've collected some statements from clients in different industries here. Leatherman at the bottom of the slide provides quality hand tools, the famous Leatherman multi-tool. And Fibertex at the top of the slide is an upholstery subcontractor in the automotive industry. It's a highly complex industry with sector-specific formats and quite complex supply chain flows necessitated by the just-in-time principles employed in that sector. As you can see, for Leatherman, the key driver for them was dramatic cost reduction when they moved from a legacy in-house solution, which was, as is often the case, heavily dependent on external consultants. Whereas for Fibertex, at the top of the slide again, the timely delivery and the ability to support their complex flows from day one of their go live on AX 2012 was the key driver. So different drivers, but same solution. Having said that, I would like to thank you for your attention, and I'd encourage you to please contact us for further dialogue, for questions, and for clarification. And let's see if there are any questions received during the session. It doesn't seem to be the case. Thank you. Contact information on the final slide here. Email addresses for the UK, an email address for Denmark, as well as phone numbers and our website. Feel free to contact us, and I look forward to hearing from some of you. Thank you very much and have a nice day.